Yo, right, obligatory. This is not a tutorial thing at the start, just because I don't want people watching this and being like, "You didn't teach me anything." Well, it's not a tutorial, so that's why you probably didn't learn anything. But maybe you did. Who knows? Maybe you did learn something. But anyway, good afternoon. We are rocking. What are we rocking? Okay, let's take a look. Let's see what we've done. Let's take a look at the board of hatred. See what needs adding to this, or hopefully taking off. So we've done the footprints. Where's footprints? Combat feel. Icons. So we should have a new icon for our weapons. Which one's missing an icon? Ooh, was it the rapier? No, it was the ornate sword. So do we have a new ornate sword icon? We do. Look at that. What about the shield? We got one for a shield as well. Sweet. That's one thing knocked off and implemented. Boots, trousers, coat, hat, bucket. I don't think we're using the fire staff for any of the potions at the minute, so that's not a big deal. So I think everything has an icon. Beautiful. Let's just test that by changing this to be the ornate sword. And that does have a nice new icon. Beautiful. What a day. Does the ornate sword have a decent description? No, of course not. Well, that'd be why it came back. So, a very old sword. Is that what ornate is? Does ornate mean very old? I think ornate means very old, but it could just mean something else. Let's test if our description's updated. Very old sword. Beautiful. That's what we want. Okay, what was I actually coming online to actually do? We got pickup sounds. Did I get a pickup sound? Too many sounds. What did we call a pickup sound? If we added one, what did we call it? Okay. Well, we don't know what the pickup sound is because we've left bad notes. So many sword sound effects. That's not good. Keep better. Just need to keep better notes when we update stuff. That is something to remember to do. Okay, well, that's fine. We shall... Let's go to our Perry stuff. And let's put in our Perry. event graph. So we've got block in and parry. So it checks if we are not attacking already, and then we run the parry code and we play our montage if we've got enough stamina to do our parry, and if not, then we can do a print. Not in stand to parry, and if we have, we run this, which will be items DT. Our parry for our one hand, it doesn't do any damage. Okay, so depends how long we want the window to be. Probably just as long as the visual effects, honestly. Alright, let's make a animation notify. Blueprints, animation notifies, notify state. We can probably just copy this ANS attack line trace. This will be ANS parry window. So I don't need the socket to start from, don't need the radius. Don't need that, but do need that. Okay, combat. Just an event. Open parry window. Do add gameplay. Yo, Sean, how are you? Hope you well. Yeah, mover and weapons and aiming. Yeah, I did them one. I'm pretty happy with the aiming one and the weapons, to be fair. Yeah, they're good. I saw you became a member. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. If you're struggling to find the project files or anything, then just give me a shout. I can point you in the direction. Yeah, I'm gonna add gameplay tag. Have I got one for parrying? Status parry. Huh? That is an old post. $5 months ago. That's cool. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I tried to keep them the costs down. I can't justify giving away project files for 99p, but $2.99 I think is the price of a coffee. So just give up your coffee for a day to have all the project files. And then yeah, anyone that is the basic level can get some videos early. I'm not going to do all of them, mainly because some of them have time constraints. So that in terms of like fab reviews and asset reviews, those have time constraints on, so they just need to come out when they need to come out. We're gonna then remove gameplay tag, parry. Right. So now in this parry window, on begin, I can call open parry window. And on notify end, I can call close parry window. Did I? Yeah, close parry window. Compile, save that. What am I making? we're working on our game project at the minute, and we're just updating our combat. So at the minute we've got our combat set up. So we've got our attack system with our combos. We've got blocking on the right hold and parry on the right press. We've got the start of our bear. And then this bear moves around. He should be attacking, but I think his attacks are broken. So we're just working on our actual parry event. So when he does attack, he can be parried. We've got all our hit flashes and our time dilation and all that good stuff. So we're just improving our combat currently. So I'm pretty sure he's broken. He should have a whole range of attacks. Why did I go to the ABP? BT. DT enemies. Bear. Yeah, he's got no attacks. God damn it. This is what happens when you update a structure and it breaks. Right, let's add in some attacks for 10 seconds. I had all of this set up, it's really upsetting. Ah! Unreal, gonna Unreal. And right, let's start with the first one. Sockets trace throw is it's awful. It's so bad. It's really annoying. And the bear doesn't have stamina cost. This is interruptible. Blocking cost 10. And distance from target is 10. And then our camera shake will be our hit shake. We haven't implemented knockback yet, but we can do that soon. Where are it's meant to have a claw effect? Well, this is because all of these attacks are one structure, so we use one structure to label out all our attacks, all the details, so all the sockets that it goes from. It just means that I can use like 3 different combos and they'll spawn 3 different attacks, and all the attacks for each enemy can be completely different. So if I take this combo one here and put it on the boar and add the attack info here, I could have the same montage, but this one do 10 damage instead. So it's different and it works for me. I just want stuff to be way more modular and reusable, and it's a bit more work. It is a bit more work because you have to obviously write down each of them. So it just takes a bit more. I can say this is interruptible, this is unblockable. Yeah. Main hand slash is on the claws. I forgot what skeleton this is on. Where can you get realistic functional grass? What's functional grass? Like, isn't that just grass? Do you mean like you can chop it down and stuff? And pink Japanese tree? You're probably looking at Fab. I'm pretty sure there's going to be someone on Fab that's selling one of those assets, surely. Right, our bear should work now. Nope, because it's a data table. Come on, Mr. Bear. Of course, the one attack I choose is the other arm. There we go. Like, he has got more attacks, but I just wanted this one working for the time being. Sweet. It's a horrible sound, but what can you do? I mean, you can get new sounds, but that takes time. And I'd rather just have a silly sound for the time being that makes me giggle every time I hear it. Just grass with wind movement. Wasn't there some shrubs the other day that had wind movement? All of the Quixel grass has wind built in, I'm pretty sure. But obviously, if you didn't get Quixel at the time, that could be a problem. I mean, you can add word position offset for grass. We're closing the window here. We're doing this. Which means in the animation for the Perry, there we go. That's what I was trying to remember. I want this Perry window. And we'll just play it for as long as we have our VFX on. And then he's definitely younger than his grunt, without a doubt. But you use these placeholder assets for the time being, and then you go through and change it. There's this absolutely massive to-do list of what needs changing, but I don't want to spend time changing it for something that I might bin off later as well. Calculate damage to be taken. Going back all this way. Right, so we're checking if they are blocking, and if they're not blocking, then we need to get a branch. And then we need to check if the owner has the Perry tag. I'll put this on a knot so that I can continue to use that top line. Right, and if they do have the Perry flag, so if they don't have the Perry tag, they continue because they've missed their Perry window and they're not blocking, so they can just take damage. That's fine. If they do have the Perry tag when we are attacking, then we should be getting the current attack somewhere. We want the damage dealers. Alright, maybe it shouldn't go here. Do we do it as we're tracing or as we're trying to apply damage? That is the question. because we can do it on the line trace here. We can trace for damage. No, because this is awful and needs reworking. I'm going to do it here. And then want the current attack. Get current attack. And we're going to break this. And then this needs an AND. Right, let's have a look at the chat. Do I know how to make an object transfer from one hand to the other? I tried doing it in socket spawn. Don't know how to do it. Yeah, you should just. Well, it depends what it is, right? So, let's do some quick messing around. Debug key 1. This is the main hand. Right, so currently this main hand is on the right hand. Oh, it's on the main hand, which is the right hand, right? And when I press 1, I want to do attach component to component. The parent will be the skeletal mesh, and I want to then swap it to the offhand, which will be offhand. Snap it to location, snap it to target, snap it to target. So now if I go pick up this item, click this bad boy, and then press 1, there we go. It's attaching it to the other one. And I just need to make it yours will be fine. Mine has a mesh and an actor so that I can do this logic where it appears here. But yours will be fine depending on what you've got set up. And if I really wanted to prove that, I could do. Where are you? Where are you? BPC equipment. Get attached actors. Get. No. Keys. Yeah, find 0 and put that in here and then duplicate this. Pain in the ass. So now if I press 1, they'll both move like so. But you won't need to do the PPC equipment thing. You should just be able to move and use this attached component to component node. So hopefully that answers your question. There are so many Grash options, I don't know which one is the best. You believe I will know. I do not know. And you don't have Quicksil bridge. That's fair. Yeah, I couldn't tell you, mate, honestly. I don't do any of the level structure stuff. I leave that to somebody else. Yeah, I don't touch any level design. But like I say, there is a. Where are you? There is a fab. Shrubs. There's a free shrubs pack, and this comes with shrubs that have wheel position offsets / wind as well. So I presume this is good. I couldn't tell you how performant it is. It uses nanite. But yeah, level design, not my thing. Sorry. You asked me a code question, I'll smash out a code question. Death Rapper. What's up, mate? You good? Are you in your holidays? Are you having a good time? For you, are we making spaghetti? Yeah, well, I'm the master of pasta. because I can make it faster. Oh my god, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Spitting my sick bars and all that. No, not at all. Thomas Dayton. Can I downgrade the gas, or will opening a new project of it in an older version do that for me? So can you downgrade gas as in gameplay ability system? I presume you're not meaning gameplay ability system. I presume you mean in game animation sample. Can you downgrade game animation sample? 5.6 to 5.5 was much the same, so there won't really be much there. 5.7 to 5.6, no, because it uses completely new nodes. You can just copy and paste the nodes, but you can't. There's no way of downgrading, so you can't just open a project and downgrade it. You can upgrade by just like file, open project, open an old project, and it'll upgrade for you. But downgrading isn't really an option now. Right. So here we're checking the tag to see if we're parrying. And if we are parrying, for now we'll just do a print string. Parry. Parry the platypus. Can be parried, yes. Is interruptible. We'll copy these, paste these, paste these. Can be parried. Right. Now we've just got a time and attack at the same time as a parry, which is obviously easier said than done. Did we just parry? Wait, I think I might be printing parry like in 2 different places. Parry successful. That's what we want to say. Right, let's run over here. Mr. Bear. Parry successful. Beautiful. I'm out of stamina to parry, but we know that it works, which is good. So, what's next? If we're going to successfully parry, then we want to play the hit stops. Here for our damage dealer and then do we have a stunned montage? That's the question. Use stamina, block react, play stagger montage. Guarantee that all of these stagger montages are hard locked, and they are. That's fine. So what we'll do is, wherefore art thou? Gang, what you making, gang? It looks cool. So we're working on our Cell project. This is just something we do some weekends, depending on what the family's doing and stuff. And if no one's doing anything and everyone's just chilling out downstairs, we'll log on and we'll do some work on our project that hopefully will be published at some point, because I don't want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a game dev as much as possible. So Right, what we do? We're becoming stunned. I don't fit. We're looking for a stun montage for our bear. That's what we are up to. Characters, NPCs. Stylized creature bundle. This bundle's great. Bear. Except I've moved it around too much. Assets? Where's my bear? Animations, bear. We've got a sit and a sleep and a jump and a hit. There's a dodge as well. What's he doing? Is he even dodging that much? I suppose he's dodging a little. That hit's pretty good. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for like a stun. I don't think there's going to be one. That's weird. Oh, there is. Oh my gosh. Look at me go. I'm a hero. I'm not. Ooh. Ooh, you do the hokey pokey and you turn around. Alright. So here's our bear and he is stunned. Because the parry will do that to you. Beautiful. So let's create a montage of our bear. And then I think I've already set up stun. Stunned. Add gameplay tag. Ignore move input. Remove it. And then we can reassemble move input. Beautiful. So where am I calling this from? I forgot. Okay, so it's on complete of the block break. But I can call this from the ting. What am I talking about? I can call this from here. So we get this damage dealer combat comp, we'll call stunned. If it's valid. So if all this runs, it's valid. And it'll run stunned. And then inside our ABP for the bear, which is part of our template, we can go from create a new state and say stunned. And we can just create a state alias. Stunned alias. So if the character gameplay tags has tag stunned. Where are you? Stunned. And then we just promote this to a variable. Compile, save that. Then if our new variable is true, we can enter it. And then if it's not true, we can leave it. Not ball. We can leave that bad boy. Okay, so now in ABP Bear, we should have a new asset overview. Can't save that. because we have not put in our template what the stun state actually does. What a silly sausage. Sequence. Player. Compile and save. Back in ABP Bear. Asset overview. We've got the state for stunned, which means I can play this combat stun just here. Alright. That was a lot of work. Let's test it to see what happens. Fingers crossed. Right, okay. Something's gone completely wrong. Template, locomotion, anim graph, event graph. Has tag. Stunned is true. That should be fine. Wait a sec. No. Okay. So if we tick this, it should just go straight into... Okay. Yo, Clogger, how are you? Right. Okay. Why are we not doing the thing I need to do? We set something up in Unreal, and now we obviously need to debug it. Okay, so it hits the stunned, but then its combat component kicks in. Okay, wait a sec. Start logic. Get AI controller. Controller. Control that to get owner. No, not of this. Get owner component. Components get owner. There we go. Put that into there. That gets the brain component. We stop it there. And then copy that. Restart it here. Start logic. That's a thing in it. No. Run. Run behavior tree. Start executing behavior tree. Ah, no. Start logic. It is a thing. I knew it was a thing. Very good, man. How are you? I'm good. Good, man. We're all geared up. I think we're ready for 5 days from now. And yeah, man, we're just we're chilling. Kids are downstairs having a chill time. We're gonna come on and do a stream if like everyone's busy and it's all chill. Everyone's had a nice day. Right, so this guy gets stunned. Suddenly we raise. Why do I raise by 100 centimeters off the floor? The parry is successful. But then it never triggers to go into this. You are blood. He does, but he shouldn't be jumping out of anything. Love me a bit of Unreal. Yeah, but the root motion should be fine on this animation. I'll turn the root motion off, it's not a big deal. Should be able to use the stun logic for everything. Carrot stay stunned. Oh, okay. What a donut. No matter what, we're going to be triggering our set ignore and set move input because we are a enemy. Right, let's test this again. And then if I need to, I can just build in some gates for the stun logic. So for whatever reason, Perry's been successful, but it doesn't enter his animation. Oh, what an idiot. Sorry, just figured it out. In this anim graph, we set up this alias, and there is nothing for it to bloody go to. What a donkey. See, people are like, oh, you must know loads about Unreal. No, man, I make stupid mistakes all the time. So the parry is successful. Is that because... I'm going to bin off the state alias thing and just do an old. Just to make sure this works, and then we'll get smart with it in a bit. The root motion jumpy uppy thing is a bit weird. I'll have a look into that once I've got him activating his actual animation, which he is not. Wait a second. No. We know he's stopping because he's not moving. And we're stopping the brain logic. So add a trigger here. And let's print this value to see what comes out of it. Right, so it definitely adds the tag to the target, which is the BP animal. Beautiful. Okay, so that's definitely hitting. But that isn't hitting. Okay. So something is cracking off inside here with our gameplay tags. But we're definitely adding it to BP animal. So we'll find our bear. Das Barrow. We're not overriding the gameplay tags anywhere. No. So then in enemy BP, we should have a... maybe we are. Maybe we are overriding it from our base character. Okay, that might be the problem, is that for whatever reason it had the tag set up in our enemy BP. Check has tag doesn't even... Right. Let's see what the crack is here. Still hates me. Why you do this to me, man? Gameplay tags, check has tag. When this is the character tag, so that's fine. This is stunned, but it's just always coming back false. The character that we're casting to, it's the character class. So that should be fine. Or is it? Think for a second. Maybe it's not. Maybe it needs to be base character. Or we could do try get own in pawn. That'd probably be better actually. Why you always do this to me, man? In our base character, we are getting the gameplay tags. We also have check has tag. So as our character, check has tag. Status stunned. Yep. This will be something completely ridiculously stupid that I've just not thought about for a second. Yeah, the floor collision's a problem for another minute. Because that is definitely activating. Although it's activating for me. You what, blood? Character status stunned. Start logic. Yeah. All of this is running fine. Adds it to BP animal. Gameplay tags aren't being used here because they're used in, not even in enemy BP. Yeah, so they're empty here, so that's fine. So they're used in base character just here. We're checking if they have the gameplay tag. So we just add in a gameplay tag here, and then we're getting the gameplay tags. We're adding it to the same container, so we are checking the same container. This character should be set here as the base character, so that is all fine, but it's still coming back as false, even though we've definitely set it. Love me some Unreal. Why? Checking the tags. The cast is working because we're getting back the direction, so I'm not overly concerned about that. We know this is working because it gets hit with the trigger. So we know it's being added. Base character. Let's add here. Oh, the errors are about the AI controller and the brain component. Basically, because I launched an attack here, it dislikes BP enemy animal. Wow, okay, so it's not adding, but it should be because we're adding gameplay tag here. And in combat, we're getting the owner of the actor component and adding the gameplay tag. This should be triggering fine. Is this one actually BP enemy animal? Oh, I swapped it around. Yeah, BP enemy animal. And let's grab these two and just move them closer to speed this up a little bit. This is a weird one. Right, so BP enemy animal. Yeah, target, BP enemy animal. Like to add, but then it doesn't hit this. What? Why doesn't it hit that? BPI gameplay tags. BPI gameplay tags. If I just... That's so weird. Right, okay. Let's test something. Get actor. Class. BP enemy. It's BP enemy animals in it. BP enemy animal. Add gameplay. Tag. The message. We'll just add aiming. Doesn't really matter. And then let's make sure that that's the only one in there. Delete those. No, so that's not even being received. You got to cast the class or say reference call API get owner is generic. Yeah, but get owner is getting the owning actor of the class. So this returns fine. This is getting the BP enemy AI and stunning it, and that's fine, but it's not passing the message through. Gameplay tag. If we just hard code in that, I should be able to. So even when I press 1, it's not even accepting this. Even when we hard code it to the enemy base. There's only one enemy animal in the level. So I know it's going to the right one. Just change that to no debug. How peculiar. Because that should work. That should just add a gameplay tag calling the event for adding gameplay tag. But this doesn't even fire. But why? No, I'm trying to call it on the player, because you can only call like key events on the player.
There a while.
So we get the actor of class BP enemy, and we add the tag using.
Yeah, more space. Okay.
Its base class. Let's just close down these a sec. All of our characters inherit from this base class, which is why we've got tags in here. Let's just do this custom event for a sec. Because something doesn't add up. Now, what I do need to do is turn off the print string here. So in our enemy base, which is a child of everything, so I should just be able to do custom event. Call this function custom event. So this should print the number 2. This prints the number 2. So inheritance is working fine there. So then we do get actor class BP enemy animal. That's this one. Custom event. That works fine. Okay. So then we do what is cracking off here? Add gameplay tag. Oh, deleted that. So that hits the breakpoint perfectly fine and is all good. So I know that that works. But if I call this interface, it doesn't work. And an interface should always work. Add gameplay tag. But there's no messages. Wait a second. No BPI gameplay tags is added. Tag. There's no message. Let's open up this random blueprint a sec. Add tag. Add gameplay tag message. So that does come up. But if I call it from... I should still be able to add a message even though I'm inside its own blueprint, right? No. That. Add gameplay. We're working on a super annoying problem that I don't know why it's not doing what I want it to do. The problem makes no sense. They shouldn't need to cast to apply a gameplay tag based on an event to the owner here. I shouldn't need to do that. This get owner gets the actor and then plays the BPI message, and the message doesn't need to know specifically who to send it to. It just needs to know the blueprint to apply the gameplay tag to, which is this one. And we know that this gets hit uncalled, but we don't know why this base character isn't called in this part. Because it should do. There's no logic that says it shouldn't call this part. Because they are all... You mother... piece of... This overwrites this. Don't need this. Don't need this. What an actual idiot. No, it still doesn't do. Where is this in use? I did almost do a swear. It's naughty. My kid tells me off all the time for swearing. She's like, you can't swear. I'm like, why? Right. Okay. So. Class settings. Inherited interfaces. Gameplay tags. Yes. So we're not overwriting the city add gameplay tag function. No. Okay. Which means that when I press 1 here, we should be able to go to the enemy animal. Why? Why you gotta do this to me? And debug it. But we're not able to do that. But why? If I call this custom event, it goes straight there. It used to, doesn't anymore. Oh, because we're not doing. You what, blood? What? Oh, I'm not actually doing anything. God, my brain is broken today. Right, then it goes straight there. So we know that that bit works. It's this bit that doesn't work. Or at least it didn't work. Gameplay. There we go. Right, okay. So now we know that it's adding when I call the event on a hard code. Add gameplay tag. No, that's the wrong one. Which one's the wrong? Add gameplay tag. Here. Come on, you beauty. And now it's adding on a BPI call. So it should now be working. Come on. Tell you, man, the zero to game dev isn't anyone but me. Ah! Oh, that bad boy. Swaying in the wind. Let's go. Right. Yeah, I did take off the breakpoint. That was a dumb. At some point, I must have refactored all of this code. Oh, what an idiot. There we go. Just make it look at the enemy. There we go. Right, enemy. When you get a gameplay tag. Oh, you're not seeing this, but both my arms are in the air, and I am a happy guy. That was an actual nightmare. What the actual Jeff? Where is the start of this? I want a time check. I don't think I can do a time check. Yeah, no, I can't check when I started trying to debug this actual piece of pants code. So, what was the problem? Let's get down to the brass tacks. The problem is that Enemy BP had the implemented interface for this knocking around in its event graph, because at one point Enemy BP wasn't a child of BP based character. And that was the problem, is that it was going to the one that was overwriting BP based character rather than the proper one, which it should do. Oh man, finally. Cool. Okay. Sean, no man, I appreciate you joining. And yeah man, if you got any questions, give me a shout. Mover is good fun, but a pain in the ass. So we want to get the player controller to see if that is equal to get owner. And then do a branch. And if it is, we're going to set ignore move input. And if it isn't, that means it's likely just an enemy. And then do that, put that up there, shove that over there. Right, so this should now all be doing the badger. Oh, fat man, you missed me a minute ago, spitting some sick bars, bro. Very successful. Right, now to investigate why this is doing this silly thing. Mate, this whole spaghetti thing, man. Like, number one, it's just temp code. You don't need to worry about it at all. It's easier to just bang some stuff in a graph, get it working, and fix it later. Like, what? So if I just spent the whole stream going, yeah, move this here and move this here, that'd be so boring. It's just not what I'm about. I just want the results right now, and then I'll sort it later. Okay, so we've got our hit stop. And is that doing anything to the z-axis? It might be. Because it might just be messing with the animal. BP enemy animal. Character mesh. I mean, that's the standard -90 for the mesh. Right, let's try and work out what the trigger is for it to move up. So that's what we need to know. We need to know what's triggering the move. So we know that that's working.
No, you haven't. I can see that.
Because we can parry that bad boy.
Rub your body.
That's fine.
I don't need to keep coming up. Come on, get a glove.
So, access non-transitory property AI. Stop. So, that's fine because we don't have a valid AI controller here, so we can just valid this. If it is valid, then we can stop it, and if it's not valid, then we don't need to. It is valid. Like that. So then he enters his sleepy state. So our parry was successful. But then I enter my sleepy state. That's the combat one that I've got problem with. Anonymous, i.e. Nice, I like it. Yo. Yo to you too. Alright, calculate damage to be taken. So the status is parry. Stunned. hits that, it does that, and then it adds the stunned part to it. And so this all works on the bear, but then we smack the bear again and we are stunned ourselves, which shouldn't be the case. What happens if I just start smacking the bear without having parried him first? Let's check what that's going on. It stuns me. What? Okay, so check the status if we're doing a parry. So if that's true, then we just do our normal critical hit stuff. So let's check that. So it might just be that our parry check is too high on the chain. Yeah, so that's fine. Our parry was successful. Okay, wait a second. So that's all fine. That it's got a parry and we're blocking. We need to check that we can parry the attack. So how do we do that? So this works here. When we calculate the damage to be taken, we're looking at the owner, not the damageable. So do a branch here. Check that this attack can be parried. If that's true, it goes up here, and if it's false, it goes over here. I mean, yeah, it needs a whole ass. That works. There's our bear. Doing our parry, and if I attack him, I'm not going into parry anymore. He gets stunned after he gets parried. Beaut. Why the hell am I raising this bar just here? This is fine. Not bothered about that. Okay, so let's check that it's not to do with the hit stun. Because it might be. We might be paying an animation too far on the hit stun. So that seems to have fixed it. Maybe. Right. He might have run out of stamina. Yeah. the bear is very successful, all that's fine. Then we raise him up. So I think it's to do with the hit stun or our bear. So just here on this hit stop. Oh, wait a sec, that'll be Y, right? No, that is the correct place for that. Just wanted a way of like indicating that you parried well. Or it could just be a random bug that I haven't solved it. Right, wait for it. What? I know what this one's about. Should update the stamina values for our character so we can keep testing. Stamina! Let's put the values at something ridiculous. 1,000. 1,000. How come when I'm hunting for a bug, I can't recreate it, and then randomly I'll just get it? What's that about? The bear doesn't like being interrupted. There's no way that we solved this issue by doing nothing, surely not. Or maybe we did? Maybe they were related and we just didn't know it? Seemingly. Oh yeah, no, it's so bad. It's awful. But that's why you get placeholder assets, right? Okay, so our parry and our hit stun works together to indicate that we have done a parry. Our thing works perfectly fine. Okay. But there is some issues here around. Get player controller and get player owner. Are they the same? Set ignore move input. Set ignore move input. So you shouldn't be able to actually move when you're stunned. Because it should just ignore the inputs. Oh shit. Right. Let's test this. Yeah. I should turn off the stream sound so that people don't have to hear this horrible sound. And only I do. John here. I'll tell you a Greg story, and it's depressing and funny at the same time. Alright, so we enter stun. And play controller, get owner is BP third person, but this does not match this. So we enter this and we can still move around. See, there's our problem. Great story. I had to go to a place that's relatively close to me to return something to a shop, and there was a great, and they had to test it to return it, and there was a Greggs nearby. So I was like, all right, it's Christmas. I kind of want one of those Christmas bakes because I used to obsess over them, and I was like, yep, we'll get one of them bad boys. I was like sat there eating my Christmas bake. Two kids come up to me and they're like, "Oh, wait." They start chatting to me and they're like, "Are you homeless?" I'm like, "No, I'm just sat here eating a bake because the people in the shop are like testing the thing that I want to return." And they're like, "Oh, you look homeless." I'm like, "Oh, great." They're like, "We're homeless." I'm like, "Oh, man, now I feel bad because all this." I had to give them my bait, my blooming. I had to give them my pasty. I'm like, what? I had to give up my food. I was upset about it. It's really sad. But like, can't really say, even if they were lying, I don't really want to not do that. We'll test if this is the player character instead. Let's do that. But yeah, that's my annoying Greg story. Do this, do this, do that. Should have really set these values to like 5. So you don't have to listen to the entire. True. And now we can't move. Let's go. So this should be this, and this should be this. Then we can delete that. Oh, man. What a day. So that works, that works. Man, I think they just want my pasty too. I'm like, I called my missus. Like, we live in quite a deprived area. I was like, I just had to give up my pasty to 2 homeless kids that say they're homeless. I don't know if they're telling the truth or whatever. She was like, yeah, but at least you can live with yourself. I'm like, yeah, but I kind of want my pasty as well. Okay. God damn it. Right, why did we step up on that? Main hand, head offset. Can character step up on? No. I can't even replicate the error consistently. Right, we know that's fixed, so we know that's fine. So is it going to be, is it the hit stop? There's nothing that I can think of that would make my character rise up. I'm going to disable the sound on the desktop audio for you, so you don't have to listen to that horrible sound. But now it's got no feedback. Which is kind of just a bit of a piss take. I think it might be the hit stop because that's like shaking the ting. But it could just be a combination of things as well. Mario. No, you can't talk about vomit online, mate. Like, people have that thing where they get sick when they think about it. That's not nice. I can't replicate the error, so I can't confirm it's this. But I think it is this. And that's frustrating. I think that confirms it is the hit stop, right? Let's try it one more time. That's got to confirm it. If it's that, then that is. Yeah, surely that confirms it. Alright, so what is it about this hit stop? Begin the hit stop. Seems your OLED system and now they're aiming for it is exactly what I've been looking for, mate. Can't thank you enough for covering this so great. It's all good. It's inspired a lot by the GASP ALS stuff, but it should be less complicated to figure out. Because that system's quite in depth. But yeah, I like it. It's solid. But we're not changing the Z value here. Oh, you know what we are doing though? Because we always want it to shake in the direction of the camera, we're getting the player camera and the all of this. So that might have the effect on it that we don't want. Okay, so what we're going to do is something a little bit naughty. We're going to get an event tick. And we're going to duplicate this. I'm just going to print this for a sec. And then I'm going to select the enemy animal. Oh, wait. I bet I've not reconnected it. So, minus 25. Yeah, okay. So it's definitely that is the problem. So we, okay. So we begin the hit stop. But why is that a problem here and not here? Money. If you, I mean, I'd rather you get something for it. I mean, you can tip on the YouTube stuff and send some money. I've got a Ko-fi in my thing. My PayPal's the same as my email. If you go onto Fab, all of my assets on Fab have like a pro version as well. So you can get an asset and like that'll do as well. But honestly, don't feel the need, man. It's Christmas, mate. Like treat yourself to something as well. You're right, like yeah. I do appreciate the sentiment. Right, so let's have a think about what's happening here. He says not thinking about anything at all. Begin hit stop is this. So we start this, and then we set the relative location. Should I just be beginning the hit stop? Why is that? Oh. Oh, okay. Wait a sec. I got it. Right. We're getting the relative location, but that's zeroing itself out. So this way, it stays where it is. I don't even know if I connected the hit stop. Yeah, I did. Look. I'm a genius. I'm not. I'm not at all. It takes me ages to work things up. But there we go. Look at me go. And then all of this stuff works. No, it doesn't. Our attacks work, but I actually can't move. I actually can't even exit. Oh, I can. That bit's fine. Not bothered about that. Right. Like, you fix one thing and something else happens. If true, moving point is ignored. False. Get player character equals true. Reset this. But I'm not stunned. So I should be fine. Combat, man. Super important. Gotta do it. Pain in the ass. Every time. They stagger montage. Uncompleted. Stunned. Got blocking. This enemy AI is bugging. That's fine. He attacks me. And I'm mid attack, I can reset. Oh, I'm out of stamina, so. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, it's just that I'm out of stamina and don't realize it because I'm an idiot. So I bet that isn't actually an issue. I was testing this for days, right? And so I was testing this for days, and I was just like swinging my sword, and then at a certain point, I was running out of stamina, and so I'd be like, "There's a bug! There's a massive bug! It's dying! It's not running! It's not doing it properly!" And it was just I'd set the stamina so low, and I'd just be spamming attacks. There we go. Don't know why it jumped from my phone to Sky, and then obviously all the internet died. Yeah. Right, so we seem to be alright again. Apologies for the dropout. That's just my stupid internet. Just doesn't like streaming. What was I doing? So the bear's fine. The hit stop's all fine. Everything is fine. They don't. No, you are 100% correct. And that is because when the enemy gets to stunned, so we're interrupting unstunned, we want to, because he's not finishing his attack. Let me try and explain what's actually happening. Go to third person, blueprints. No, it's enemy. So here, currently the bear uses all the same attacks just while I'm getting everything set up. And what's happening is it's getting to his, we need to tell you if you can parry or it can't be blocked. So that's what the green and red flashes have been. It's motion warping towards the target, that's what this is. And then it's running a line trace just here. Its visual effects start here, but if you parry here, they never stop. And that's why it's stuck to it. So all we need to do is, in BPC combat, where we're calculating the damage to be taken, we are going to do stop VFX or VFX. Destroy all active VFX. That one could be a bit excessive. Stop VFX might be better. But then I'm going to have to tell it which one it is. So no, we'll do destroy all VFX and then start stunned. Find some VFX to put around people's head for when they're stunned. That'll be nice and fun. So you can see it stops there because it finishes the attack. And then it stops now because we're destroying all the active VFX. And again, just there. So that one, yeah, that's a quick, easy sort of fix for it. This might, as I say, this might be overkill because this is getting all its active VFX. I don't think so, actually. You know, if you stun something, you probably want to stop like any of the big build-ups and stuff, right? Like the Kamehamehas and the Hadouken stuff. I don't think you'd want that to keep going underneath when you're stunned. Has Fab got any cool stun effects? Or should I ask Mark to make me some Niagara stun stuff? Let's have a look. Stun. VFX. I don't own any stun. Oh, you piece of. How do I, like, why does he keep logging me out when I'm meant to be online? Right, so we have this AoE magic abilities, but that doesn't tell me that there's like any stun effects in here. I want like, it's a kids game, isn't it? So I want something a bit daft. I want some like ducks or stars like rotating around someone's head. birdies. Do you know what I mean? Like Tweety Pie. I'm showing my age now. Stars. Stars Root and Spell, no. Shield Magical Ring, no. Stylized Combat VFX. 30 quid. That is so much money, man. Shape Portal Pack, no. Something like this. Yeah, that might do. That might be exactly what we're after. YouTube rotate stars tutorial. Did someone do the thing that I do? Doesn't seem like they've also given away their pack for free, like I have. This is just the tutorial. I just want this stars effect. I don't want any of the other stuff. Now, am I confident in my Niagara skills to take out all the other modules and just leave the stars? Is it worth risking for a biscuit? Is the question at £6.26. Not even on sale. Who am I? Who am I? Number one, I'm a cheap fucker. Like, I don't want to buy it even though it's £6, but it might be the thing that I actually have to buy to do what I want. I'm going to add it to my wish list, but it's not on sale, so I don't want to buy it. But it does seem to be the only stun stars type pack. Stars. What else did I say? Birds. I can't believe there's not like a cartoony Tweety Pie flying around your head type effect. Surely there must be. What else can you call a stun effect? Stunned, shocked, paralyzed effect? I suppose I could do some sort of like. There's all these cool effects, and there's not just a basic. I'm stunned, put some stars around my head, and make a weird noise. Surely I'm imagining this. I mean, that's cool. Okay, dizziness effect. Is that one that you've just looked up for me to save me an upsetting time? Okay. This is kind of what I'm after, for sure. Could be a UI element. Okay, so we're saying put it on all products instead. There we go. Kind of. But it's not even. You've got my hopes up, and then you've dashed them. It's a Blender thing. I can't even use it right now. My heart breaks. This is kind of what I'm after, though. What if we just put in confused? My heart broke. I thought you'd solved my issue, and yeah. I like the look of all of these by Roger Kint. Like, these look fantastic, but I just can't justify 180 quid for some models. I mean, they're often on sale, so I'm not really like overly bothered, but it's got so many and they look so good too. Okay, right, go back to what I've actually got and owned. We own all of these ones. And where do we go from here? Markers and pointers. I'm just gonna bang a marker above his head to make it seem like he's dizzy. Although I could use these. Ooh. Use what? Use what? What am I using? I'm not. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know what you're talking about. Aaron, are you doing well, mate? Uh, sorry, I've been distracted. Oh man, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. You really didn't have to do that, but like that's really nice of you. Thank you. What we're doing? We are. I'm doing all right, mate. Doing all right. What I'm trying to find is an effect that is for if you are dizzy, you dizzy blood, or are you knocked out or stunned or whatever. And I want something very specific. So we think we found something. It's not this. Let's see. It's this. So I think this. Bruv, that is crazy kind of you. Thanks so much for that donation, Thomas. Sorry. Yeah, that's really nice. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna treat ourselves. Let me just put this on somewhere else while I buy it so that I don't lose all my money to people that watch this. No, I'm kidding. Come on, you beauty. Sweet, I want to sort out offline. Yeah, I might ask Mark for the specific thing I'm after. Sorry, mate, I got really distracted. We are just working through a couple of things. We were working through something for a good half an hour, which is very frustrating. But we're all sorted now, so we are fine to carry on. What am I doing? I was doing something. I put a print string somewhere, and I can't remember where I put it. It was on the hit flash. Nope. Not on the cam shake. Hit stop. That's where it was. It was on the event tick. I'm glad I found that because that would have been frustrating. It censored me and I didn't even say anything bad. I don't know what he said. I trust the YouTube censor, mate. I don't know at all. It's I had to block a word the other day because one of my videos got absolutely hammered by crypto bros. I was like, in the space of 20 seconds, I had 30 comments all about crypto. I was like, this is how did they find me? It was obviously a bot. I get that I'm not a daft lad, but it was a little bit upsetting. Right, that is that. That is that. Let's let's fix my speed variable. Is stunned. Compile and save that. So that's all fine. Oh, mate, I'm no, not really. I'm just a guy. Just go through. Just like I like what I like, and I like Unreal, and that's it. I'm just not bothered about that sort of thing. I know a lot of people are, and fair play to you. Like obviously, if you made plenty of money out of it, then that's like sure, man, go for it. But yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing? That is the question. What are we doing? So look at the list. Look at the list. So we sorted out our icons today. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's cool, Aaron. Don't worry. I assume everyone is on the right side of stuff, because if you don't, then you just read into stuff way too much, and like it can upset you. So unless someone's like heavily criticizing me, I'm just gonna assume that you're like writing with a smile on your face. That's just how I do what I do. You go insane reading the stuff that I get and the responses and the questions and all sorts if you took everything to heart. So turning place. This is a faff. This is. So what is the problem here? The problem is when we do this, we are turning, which looks good because we're turning in the direction that we're swinging, but it's not turning in place to move around. And well, when we get some stamina back, we can block and spin. Like when we move in and stuff, it's all fine, but this just looks pants. So I'd like to find a way of doing a turn in place animation on the bottom half when we're blocking, because that looks awful. But if there's one thing I really dislike, it's turn in place animations. Not animations, turn in place setups. Because most use a montage and they don't use the ABP to set it up. So if anyone's got any pointers, I'll take them. But I also think I can do it through Control Rig. ABP player. Event graph. Anim graph. Blocking. Let's open up this master blocking. They all just turn out bad. So if we're blocking, we're doing this. I don't try and copy anything from Gasp. So these are all our blocking states, which is fine, but that plays on the top half of our body because we're blending the layered blend just here. Then we're inputting. So the input pose is the bottom pose. I think I can stick a control rig just here and get it working. So to the Epic Game Store. I had a project. Wherefore art thou my project? Is it in the animation dump? Let's see. Ugh. Yeah, well, the other thing is the best way if you like remake a system, break it down, like change it up to be how you want it. I've got a very certain way of working that's a lot different to other people. I'm not like other boys. No. But yeah, there's a different way of working. Like I've not seen many people do their combat how I do combat. Uh or even items. So all of my items have this action set up here. So you put all the actions in, like all your combos and your parries and stuff, and then like food, your action would be eat, and it finds the montage and runs it. So I do need to do an AI tutorial. I do want to, but I'm a bit like, where do I start with that as well? Because I don't want to copy Ali's tutorial because I think that's probably one of the best on the web. So I don't want to copy that because I feel like that would be disrespectful to someone that I quite respect. Um, like not just as a teacher like that. Ali Sari is a fantastic teacher, but also as just like a solid human as well. Control rig. Where are you? There's meant to be a turn in place. Simple turn in place. Add to project. Oh, sick. Dawnspark. Add. What do I think of data tables versus data assets? I think there's a time and place for both. So I use both. Let's see. So in this Absolver, which was a game made in UE4, and was like is a fighting game, which is got a really unique sort of setup. Use data assets in this. Come on. I think my thing about data assets versus data tables is it depends on what they being used for and they're useful for. So like if you want specific stats and stuff, then data assets aren't great. But here for data assets, I like the data assets. Comment system. So this just stores the names, the icon, start and end stance, and the montage. Because all the damage to all of these will be the same, and all of there's nothing special about them. But in a data table, I want. It depends what information it is. Like if it's heavy information, then it's not great. But if it's just like floats and strings and stuff, then it's perfectly fine. Did that load in? Control rig. Details. Find me the control rig. Did that load? Have we downloaded the thing that I need? Do I have a tutorial on packaging an Unreal project for Windows? I don't, weirdly enough. Mainly because the issues that you run into are very bespoke to each project. Like, what are the issues that you run into? Right, let's save this and commit it in a sec. Perry and Bear fixes. Mainly, all the issues I run into when I'm doing a package for a project are structure issues. Structs just absolutely hate me. Come on, I've closed Unreal. Download and initialize so I can see what's going on. It's like 550 megabytes. It's holding my entire project up hostage. So if we get this turn in place system here, then, which is free by the way, so go grab it. Why is it still initializing? Yeah, that's fine. Right, we'll try this again. Yes, replace the files. Look at that. How quick was that? God of fab. Are we back? No. Yes. Maybe. Who knows? We're still getting absolutely hammered. So I can only stream for like 2 hours. It's so annoying. Yeah, we're like dropping every frame under the sun because we can't stay connected. I've no idea what happens. Just after like 2 hours, it dies and says, no, we don't want to do this anymore. So yeah. So guys, hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. If I don't see you beforehand, have a lovely Christmas and we'll catch you next time.